Hello everyone, I am Alka1993 and welcome to a Pokemon Vortex video. The concept of today's video is very simple. EXP, 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 let's train some Pokemon. We're going to do that for the entire video, and I really hope I have stuff to talk about during the entire thing. You know that I can talk pretty well, and I can talk through a lot of things. I can come up with a lot of topics that I can just spend multiple minutes talking about. But I do wonder if I do the same thing for like 20 to 30 minutes, if that'll work out. To start off, because the first thing I really plan to talk about is only going to be really available once I've trained these 6 Pokemon. One of the main things I wanted to talk about I'm already so confused because I'm talking about 2 different things and then focusing on this. Good start, Alka. Okay, restart, mindset. Okay, Among Us. Just now, just literally a minute before this recording, I was trying to record Among Us with some people in my Discord server. Unfortunately, there were some errors, people that couldn't get into the game, and there also weren't that many people that were available to play. Now, my Discord server isn't very big yet. There's quite a few people in it, but there's a decent amount of people that are active in it, which is really nice. What I want to do is make regular, or at least somewhat regular game days. Host games, such as Among Us, but also things like the Jackbox Party Packs, Use Your Words, that we can play with people within the Discord server. Sometimes it can just be random at a moment that I feel like, and then I won't record it. But I also intend to make some videos out of it. I think it'd be cool, because I have mostly Pokemon content, but I also want to make some more videos on other games, such as Among Us, such as Jackbox, because I think those will be really nice to make as well. They can be very fun. And for that, if you're interested in any of such games, so Among Us, Use Your Words, Jackbox, or anything like that that we can play as a group, and you'd like to play that with me, potentially for recordings, then please use the link in the description of this video to my Discord server, and let me know what kind of the games. I have a bunch of games on the left side of different channels. If there's any game among that you play, then just let me know and I can give you the role for that game. And then I'll try to find like a regular point in the week maybe that we can play. And then maybe always Saturday at 7 p.m. my time or something. I don't know. I haven't really figured that out. It's still something I have to come up with because I've tried to game day a few times. Sometimes enough people have showed up, sometimes they haven't. Sometimes the recording hasn't been that great. So I decided not to make a video of it. There have been various reasons. I haven't really put out much in terms of videos. Although we have played, like there have been games that were played together, usually with just 2 or 3 people. But I do want to play with some of you. As many of you as possible, really. So games like Among Us, games like Jackbox are doable. Like Among Us is free on mobile phone. I'm not sure how much it costs on the Nintendo Switch. It's only 4 or 5 euros, I think. So probably around the same amount of dollars on Steam if you're playing on PC, which like I'm one of those people. And if you want to play, you can play. Don't just buy it to play with me, I guess, because I won't be playing it as a group that much. But just if you have a community that you want to play it with outside of me as well, then go for it. For Jackbox and Use Your Words, you don't actually need to own any of those games to play along. I own the games, and I'm going to share my screen on Discord. You can watch that, and just all you need is a device that can go on the internet. That can be your PC, that can be your phone, that can be any kind of tablet, like an iPad. And then you can play using that. And they're very simple to be able to join those. So if you're interested in joining in on that, please use the link in the description to join my Discord server. Also, I guess now that I'm advertising things, my Pokemon Gold walkthrough is currently going on. Episode 2 went up yesterday as of me recording this right now, which is on the 27th of December. I plan to have another Gold episode either later today, if there's enough time for it, or tomorrow for sure. The next Pokemon Gold stream will be on Friday. So that's the 1st of January. So my first stream of 2021 will be Pokemon Gold. That'll be the 3rd day of the Pokemon streams. I'm not going to say exactly where I am in the walkthrough right now, in case you haven't seen the first 2 streams and you're only watching them via the videos. But that's fine as well, because where I am in the videos right now, isn't as far as where stream number 1 ended, and I've already done the second stream. So that's on Friday, on the 1st of January. That's Pokemon Gold Day 3. Then in between that, I probably will stream 1 or 2 more times. One of them will probably be the Pokemon Blue Nuzlocke, continuing that. Those are sort of stream exclusive, so if you want to watch that, you want to watch the streams. But there will be a highlights video once the entire thing has been finished, like a half-hour highlights video with storytelling on YouTube. And then I might play another random game on stream as well. I was thinking to maybe do Among Us there, or Jackbox, or Use Your Words. See if I can get some more people to join that way. Really hope I can do that, but I do need to have a decent amount of people to join, because otherwise things like Use Your Word and Jackbox just aren't fun if you have maybe 3 people max playing. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments. Join my Discord server, then I'll inform you about those plans in more detail. Now, for today, as you can see, I am trading Immunity Pokemon. Flying types right now with Rookidee, with Doduo, with Tailo. And I'm making use of the Double EXP that's currently still going on for the Vortex Christmas event. As I'm recording this, this is the 27th of December, the final day of the Christmas event. Which means the final day we get this Double EXP, so I'm making very good use of it. I'm definitely going to train all the level 6 immunities. Well, I guess there's a few small exceptions. But mostly, I am making use of the Double EXP, getting everything up to level 100. It's not just to get them to level 100, just because the lower level Pokemon, the level 6s, 7s, 8s, and stuff, they just gain loads of EXP. Now, level 13 and below, in one fight, can get to level 100, which is awesome. Now, something I've recently discovered, or maybe rediscovered, I'm not sure. What I used to do was go to EXP lowest. I know I don't have level 5 immunities left, and somewhere on page 13 or 14 is where the first immunities show up. Like, I have Barboach here, and then a Squavit, and Heliolisk has an immunity, Stuffle, another Squavit dealing Autumn. Then I'd remember those, and then put them in the team. However, I have to go through a bunch of Pokemon that also don't have an immunity, like Machop, like Wurmple, and Skiddo. But then, like, a few days ago, I realized, wait, I could just filter for type. All Darks have immunities. I can just do this, take Rattata, Zora, Absol, Carvanha, done. I don't need to read through a bunch of them, go to page 14, it's just right here, the lowest EXP Darks. Now, as you can see here, I don't have level 6 Darks anymore. And I do want to use the level 6 first, because I just gained the most EXP. The Fairies, I'm not training Cleffa or Cottony, or, was it either Swirlix? No, Swirlix and Spritzy, I think were fine, they both had fairy moves. But Cottony and Cleffa, they don't come with the fairy move in their moveset. No, actually, Cottony does. Huh? Why did I not train Cottony then? I'll put Cottony in the team. I'm so confused. Well, there's a few Pokemon that don't come with the type that they are in their own move. In their own moveset. And that, yeah, sure, like Bunnelby, for example, in normal. Bunnelby doesn't have a fighting move, it doesn't have a ghost move, it doesn't have a dark move. So, I could just give them hidden power, but that costs 45,000 Pokédollars. And depending on your luck with the random number generated at the end of the fight, you might not get that money back. And sure, you get a lot of EXP, and that does help you in the seasonal rankings. Hey, I'm 80th right now. I'm actually gaining pretty quickly, which is nice. But I'm also thinking about the money, because I'm not going to gain top 5 anyway in this season. So I'm just making use of all the level 6s at minimum. And then, if I'm looking for, let's say, level 6 Cottony, but I also see level 8 or anything that's below level 10, because that's the easiest to recognize, then I just take those as well. I just train them up. I also don't take Minior, because it doesn't come with a flying move. And flying is the type that it has that has the immunity. As you can see, there's quite a few other level 6s I can get. Rufflet, Swablu, Pidove, Pidgey. Rufflet's the first on the list, so let's look at Rufflet. I could do evolutions now as well, like I've done in 2 videos before, I think. But I'm not going to do that. I can still do that in the future when EXP is a bit slower, which, well, just makes the evolving slower, but I really want to make use of the big EXP, and the big gains can be made if I use the little Pokemon. So we have the level 6 here. There was just one Rufflet at level 6, so sure, there can be things at level 7, 8, 9 still lower on in that list. The potential exists, but if I don't immediately see them, I'm not going to get them. Because the level 6s are important to me, I can always look for the others in the future. I can see a level 9 PG. I'll take that level 9. What was level 9 PG? There's a level 9 PG. Were there any more? I think there was a second level 6. No, there was a level 7 though. What other things we were looking at? Swablu. There were a few level 6 Swablus. Here's one of them. Alright, more flying, so this is good train. Trading of Veltal. Type flying, I believe, works as well. No, actually, I have one fairy, so trading Xerneas instead. Fairy wind, let's go. 24 damage each time. They can't hit the Cottony, so Cottony will gain some nice EXP. Actually, let's just check right now. Where am I in the seasonal top? How many points do I have? I'm 80th. You just can't see that, but I'm 80th. 8,351 points. It's all off screen, but just trust me. 80th place with 8,351 points. And previously, like when I was in November and I was actually trying to go as high as I could with seasonals, catching Pokemon was better than doing the training. Well, the training was definitely useful as well, but I've noticed that if I just spend a session catching a bunch of Pokemon that I hadn't caught yet that season, that actually gave me more points. It's the opposite this season, probably because of the Double EXP. I'm gaining points, at least that's what it feels like. I'm gaining points a lot quicker now doing this training. It's also less tedious, I feel. In a way it is, but if I just change the Pokemon enough and I only train the Pokemon that actually have a move that goes with their immunity type, so I don't start using Bunnelby or Cleffa that don't even have their own type of move, then I can switch up the Pokemon pretty quickly. Sometimes I fight different Pokemon, and it might go different speeds if I use level 6s or level 9s that are dark. It goes to different speeds, so that keeps it pretty interesting. And sure, I'm doing this for the gaining some EXP, gaining some good points. I'm very likely at this point to get another Galarian bird. Hopefully it's an Articuno or a Moltres, because I already got the Zapdos from the November 2020 season. So I'm hoping for an Articuno or a Moltres, so I don't have to trade for them. However, if I do get another Galarian Zapdos, then I can put that one up for trade or up for auction, just get a bunch of money. Speaking of money, this is also giving me a lot of money. This is a level 6 Ruffle. Let's see how much money this gives us. Besides 100,000 EXP, 60,000 money. Sometimes it's 15,000. 60,000 is the highest I think that I've seen. If you can consistently get 60,000 from level 6s, then sure, you can just spend a few seconds teaching a Bunnelby, Hidden Power, Ghost, throw it against type normal and against a Lunalis that are rolling that, and they actually effectively win 15,000. But if you get 15,000 from the fight, you've effectively lost 30,000 Poké Dollars. Alright, Pidgey time. And with the money, it not only helps me be able to buy more things in the future, like most of the things that I buy at this point are Pokeballs if I just catch more Pokemon, which has especially been the case in November when I was trying to catch a bunch of Pokemon I didn't have yet for the season. But when I want to complete the Pokedex, I'll probably end up spending quite a bit of money on Polka Bay trying to get Pokemon that way, and I need money for that, especially for the really rare Pokemon that I'm most likely not to have yet at this point, because through the last few weeks I've been evolving a bunch of Pokemon, I've caught some things that I happen to not have yet, so the standard captures I'll have most of, probably not all of, but I'll have most of by the end of this. But things like the special variety Ultra Beast, Shadow Guzzlord, Dark Blacephalon, Metallic Xurkitree, things like that, they're way, way, way harder to obtain, and therefore I'm less likely to have them. Therefore, because they're more valuable, they will also cost more, so I'll need that money. I'm gonna wait probably really long for me to buy much of them. Occasionally, I'll look on Polka Bay for something. Maybe I want a Shadow Bulbasaur, then I'll try and find a Shadow Bulbasaur on Polka Bay, and I might buy it or trade for something. But I'm not really actively looking for that right now, because I may still catch a Shadow Bulbasaur in the future. Let's say I already have a Shadow Venusaur and Shadow Ivysaur and Shadow Mega Venusaur. I just need that Shadow Bulbasaur. And I decide to bid on a Shadow Bulbasaur on Polka Bay, and I win the bid. Cost me a decent amount of money because it is Shadow, and it is a starter, which is rare. But let's say I do that. It cost me a decent amount of money, and then a month later or a few months later, it doesn't really matter, I find a Shadow Bulbasaur in the wild when I happen to be looking for something else in that area where Bulbasaur appears in. Then I'll catch it and I'll try to trade it away or sell it on Pokebay or something. But that doesn't make it certain that I'll get back what I initially spent on that Shadow Bulbasaur on Pokebay. So I could have, in hindsight then, I shouldn't have bought that Bulbasaur because I would have caught it already. Now, I don't know exactly which Pokemon I'll catch in the next few months, in the next year, whatever. But it is likely that quite a few of the Pokemon that I currently don't have yet, I will have in a few months from now. Just by standard capture. So to try and trade for all of them or to spend a bunch of money on them on Pokemon isn't really something I want to do. It'll probably just save me money and Pokemon in the long run if I don't do it now. Because later on I'll have a more exact idea of which Pokemon I still need. Maybe some people will want to trade, just give me things. Occasionally that's happened. Like, you don't have to give me anything. I'm not asking for it. But there have been a few people that have been very generous and have given me some Pokemon that I didn't have yet, whether very standard Pokemon, let's say a shiny Swablu. I didn't have a shiny Swablu. They're okay, I have a shiny Swablu. And also have this Shadow Alolan Meowth. Because I don't really need it. Here you can have it because I like your videos. That can happen. There have been people that have given me a few Legendaries as well, which I super appreciate. Again, you don't have to do that. If you want to, let me know, but you don't have to do that at all. I'm not asking for it. But through that is also a way that I can fill up my Pokedex. I don't really mind that it's all my own original trainer. Like if I have two Swablus and one has my original trainer and one hasn't, I'll trade or sell the one that isn't my original trainer. Like, it hasn't been caught or obtained by me originally. But I just want to fill up the Pokedex. That's the main goal. So I don't mind if I have the entire line of Cyndaquils, for example, in a different OT. I just know that my Metallic Lava, that's on my main battling team, that's one I do want to have myself, but that's because I wanted to give it a nickname. Because Kolava is my favorite Pokemon. See, anything that's below level 10 that I can quickly see. Sure, level 10, 11, 12, 13 also go to 100, but I do want to get rid of, train all the level 6s at least. And it's quite easy to recognize the 1-numbered levels, so 9 and below, compared to the 2-numbered levels, which are 10 and up. And that's Swablu. Let's see what else was there. Did we do Starly? I think we did Starly. Yeah, we did Starly. Let's see what else do we have for flying. We had like 1 or 2 more. Noibat Pidove. So we go Noibat. That's a 7. Take that. Now, I know, for example, earlier today I trained... Oops. Let's take that Swablu again. Earlier today I trained some Tailo, and I looked at the Pokedex and I noticed I don't have all the Swellow yet that I do have the Tailo of. So probably tomorrow when the Double EXP event is over and I'm not trading these level 6s and anything really with the Double EXP as hard, I will be continuing those evolutions, looking at the pre-evolutions and do I have their evolutions. And if the answer is no, then I can just go with that. Okay, Shadow Noibat as well. Take that, let's go. Do some battling, more trading of Veltal. I will continue, I'm having fun playing a bit on Pokémon Vortex. When there's events going on, I have more reason to play, try and get something. Sure, I could have hunted for Caterpie Christmas way harder than I did. I have standard, Metapod, and Butterfree. standard Metapod Christmas and Butterfree Christmas. I have, I think, a dark and a metallic Butterfree Christmas as well. And that's it. I don't have any of the others. I could have hunted for it more, and very likely I would have had more of them. And this means I will need to trade for or purchase them via Polka Bay in the future. However, I felt like what I wanted to do was do this training. I felt that that was what I wanted to do. Maybe that was more enjoyable to me. I didn't really feel like hunting. It wasn't as interesting. I'm not really sure what the word is. I chose not to do it. I did hunt for a little bit, mostly when I was just on Route 14 and 15 anyway, trying to find some other Pokemon I didn't have. But I did spend a little bit of extra time there trying to find some Caterpies, and I did find some. Someone did give me another Christmas Butterfree. Unfortunately, at that point, I already had evolved one of my Christmas Caterpies to Butterfree, so that's something I could have, I guess, also done, is not yet evolved that Caterpie, just in case someone would give me a Butterfree. But that isn't very likely to happen, so generally I do evolve them to the end. So, I guess that's a bit of bad luck for me. I couldn't have really known. Yeah, I'll need to spend some things on that, but I did hunt on various maps. I think I went from the starting map to New Haven all the way through to like Route 18, 19, somewhere there, and every area in between, including the different floors of different caves, abandoned power plant, both floors. Hunted in pretty much every location for Pokemon I didn't have yet. Caught some legendaries along the way. I know I caught the two Dratinice while hunting for the Caterpie Christmas. I think if you've seen, no, I haven't seen any Ultra Beast in that entire time, and I was hoping to find at least one Ultra Beast, but they're extremely rare for a reason. They are extremely hard to find. So yeah, that's just, I have to deal with that. I did find some legendaries, including some variety legendaries and metallic Articuno, I think, which I already had. I think I have all the legendary birds and all their varieties already. So generally, I put such Pokemon up for trade. If I feel like I want to put it, sometimes I put it for trade, especially if I feel like that Pokemon isn't on trade yet. I know I have a bunch of Regis, like Registeel and Regigigas. I have a lot of them, so I'll probably put those up for Polka Bay. Pretty much every legendary is up for Polka Bay. Evolve Pokemon that through this strain, for example, let's say I already have a Metallic Noibat and a Metallic Noivern. I might evolve this one once it's done training and put it up in Polka Bay for sale. I'll go to my Polka Bay in just a second to show you what I have there right now. There isn't much. Something I still have to decide to do, and that's a bit from this month, but mostly from last month in November, where I caught a bunch of Pokemon I already had. I just hadn't caught them yet that season. That's why I caught them for points for the ranking. But let's see, Polka Bay. I have so many duplicate Pokemon. I already had a good amount of duplicate Pokemon. Some of them that I can still evolve to gain more things for the Pokedex. But if I look at my unsold list, like I had a Toucan that I put up, a Braviary, things like that. Those didn't really sell or trade that much because people aren't looking for them that much. But things like a Mystic Howdo, Metallic Braviary, Dark Scrafty, things like that I do put up in Polka Bay. Currently on sale, I don't have that much Shadow Starter. 2 Dratinice. I have Metallic Abra, Metallic Braviary, Mystic Howdo, Dark Scrafty, and Master Ball, only for $250. So try to get your hands on that. And then Mystic Electro. That's currently what I have. I'll probably put a lot more up there in the coming time as I slowly go through the huge, and I mean huge amount of duplicates that I have. Actually, I might need to switch Noibat to the back. If I go through the huge amount of duplicates that I have, I can sell some, I can trade some, and I'll probably just set some free, like release them, because it's very unlikely to sell them, and I don't want to have too many standard, easy to catch things like a standard Nincada up for trade, or even, let's say, Altaria, because, well, you're more likely to sell the things that are varieties like Metallics, like Shadows, things that are rare like Legendaries, like Ultra Beasts. Sure, I have quite a few of the Pokemon that are very standard and easy to catch, like a Phanpy and Pichu on up for trade, which is a good thing. So people can still bid for those, and if they just want to give you something, then they can offer on, let's say, that random Phanpy that I might have up there. So that way they can give me some Pokemon. But mostly I want some more of the rare stuff there, because that's generally what people do look for. And I have a lot of that. I think maybe one UB somewhere. I have quite a lot of legendaries. I have unique, like, varieties of standard Pokemon such as Swablu and Altaria and Houndoom, but also definitely like a dark Regirock and a Shadow Regice and legendaries like that. And Dratonite is definitely up there too. I put that up. Not sure if I have Dratonite and Dratonilic up there. I'm not quite sure. That's something I want to do. And as I've noticed, as you may know on Polka Bay, like it runs out after maximum 7 days or however long you set it, but 7 days is the maximum. And then sometimes I put them up again, and then the next week or the week after that, they do sell. But to continuously, let's say, go through a list of 30 and have to put them up for Polka Bay again every week, for them to just not sell most of the time, is really annoying. And then it just save me a bunch of work if I just don't do that. So a lot of the standard ones that have, let's say, 6, 7 of maybe, including some of the unique Pokemon that I might have trained to level 100, I might just release them. That's something I have to decide for later on, for the future. Something I have been doing during this, as long as it's the simple, unique Pokemon trading, such as with the flyings, the fairies, the grounds, whatever, things like that. Maybe I'll just listen to like some music in the background. I recently completed the Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth on Nintendo Switch. I know it's been out for like PS4 since 2016, and maybe Hacker's Memory, its sequel, since the year after, or something like that. They came out last year, I think, on Nintendo Switch, and I've loved it. I really, really love the story. It's just the type of gameplay really works. It's quite similar to Digimon World Dawn and Dusk for the DS, which I love those games. It's similar, but also some changes, mostly improvements, I would say. It's very fun to play. I really enjoyed the story as well, some of the animations and surprises and plot twists and added story elements suddenly later on. It gets really challenging. I played on hard difficulty because I wanted to challenge myself, and yeah, that was hard. Especially chapter 19 at the end. I'd say chapter 19 was harder than 20, the bosses. And I didn't really look up any guides as to what were the strongest or most useful Digimon. I just went with some things that I liked, a variety of the different types of Digimon. And I knew that intelligence and defense piercing attacks were really useful. I did hear that from someone at some... Wait. Why am I on... Huh? Why am I on type Ghost? Or something? Huh. Anyway, I did have a nice variety of Digimon. I did discover an entire new Digivolutionary line that I just really like the looks of. And they had multiple defense-piercing attacks. There's the Ryudamon Digivolutionary line that ends up in Oriumon that only this morning, or no, this afternoon when I played a little bit, I was able to finally DNA Digivolve into Alphamon Oriuken because I was trading up an Alphamon on the side. And luckily that also had a defense penetrating attack, otherwise I would have just restarted my save. Because I didn't want that defense penetrating attack. My Digimon are really cool, and then earlier today I actually started playing Hacker's Memory. So don't tell me anything about the story if you happen to know. Because I'm just really enjoying these games. Having a lot of fun with it. I know a lot more about what is useful and what Digimon can be useful. So there's some Digimon like Lilithmon and Sukuyamon that I'll try to train towards. Marine Angemon is supposedly really useful as well. I'll see if I can train towards them. There's some others that I'd like to have. Some of them maybe Demon Lords or Royal Knights. I didn't really use many of them, so maybe that'd be cool to have. I'll see what I can do with it. Let's look at my seasonal top. I'm 76 with 8,634 points. Pretty nice for, like, let's say 3 teams of immunes to train, and not all of them were even level 6. That was the video for today. Remember that the Christmas event ends at the end of today. So at midnight British time, that's GMT, that's 5 hours ahead of Eastern US time. For me, as I'm recording this, it's just past 6 p.m. Dutch time. So I know I have just under 7 hours left of this. But by the time this is uploaded and this is in Premiere, that'll be even less time. So make use of that EXP. Catch some Caterpie Christmas if you haven't already. Try and find 1 or 2 of them maybe. And I believe, because it's the final day now, there are some special Pokemon auctions for, was it Stantler or something like that? No, I don't quite remember. There were some special Pokemon auctions, I thought. Yeah, maybe that was earlier. I don't quite remember. Maybe that was ended on the 25th. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please always remember that you are worth it. Goodbye.